there everyone, today I've got an unboxing from vcubes.com. I have the VCube 6 here, and as well as some new type of cubes that they have with like printed pictures on them, so that's going to be very interesting to check out. Alright, so here it is. So, it looks like they gave me a cubic VCube 2. So, and a little I Love New York cube on there. Ooh, now this is kind of interesting. A pillowed VCube 3 with a globe on it. Let's see. Wow, man, they gave me a lot of stuff. Interesting, pillowed VCube 2 with an interesting kind of texture stickers. My goodness, I didn't expect they'd be sending me this much stuff. So, and let's see. Okay. Oh, fascinating! A maze cube. I've never tried out one of these things, but they're like nightmares. Another pillowed VCube 3 with some more fancy stickers on it. Ooh, a cubic VCube 3. My goodness! And here's the VCube 6 pillowed version. Oh, that's the one I'm really looking forward to trying out. And then another fancy pattern. Woohoo! My goodness, this was sure nice of VCubes to send all this to me. Oh, interesting. So yeah, they're definitely not stickers. It seems like that they are printed on there. It's quite fascinating because the Rubik's Company has offered to do something like this for a while now. They're like called the promotional cubes. But those you can only put them like on the stickers of the cube itself, not actually completely print it. So, and it even looks like they have the printed material go down into the sides of the cubies. So, oh man, this thing is like gonna be a nightmare to solve. My goodness. Okay, let's mix it up and oh man, look at the mess that I've gotten this world into. A chess cube. No, you'll like this one. A cube with chess pieces on it. Nice. So. Yeah, so this looks like very indeed high quality on here. Okay, so I'm going to switch to a close-up when I open the rest of these. That way you guys can see the detail of these pictures on them. So yeah, I'll get back to you guys in a bit then. But wait, there's more. So it turns out that VCube was in some sort of prior collaboration with another company called Design Your Cube, and negotiations broke off and they decided to produce printed puzzles independently of one another. Alright, so here we are. So I just ordered two 2x2s because that's all they have currently in stock at the moment. This says, thank you for your order. Please find our new mini cube with a magnet as a gift with United Square design puzzle versions. Best regards. Anyway, so let's check this out here. Alright, so the 2x2s. And their little magnet type thing. I'll look at that a little later. Alright, so this is one of the designs that they had available on the website already. Looks like a pretty basic 2x2. Certainly doesn't turn the greatest, but, you know, that can easily be lubricated. But yeah, the printed faces look pretty good. Yeah, so this was a basic design, and then I also decided to get a globe version. Yeah, looks like a pretty sharp image on there. So, but yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how this turned out. They do seem like decent designs. Alright, so let's check out this other little thing that they sent. Oh, it's just a little mini 2x2 with it printed on there. That's kind of neat. Alright, so I'll get back to you guys. I'll open up the remaining of the VCube puzzles after a little bit. Okay, so let's get the last of these opened. Alright, here we go. So it looks like this one is a New York version and an I Love London version. So let's see. So yeah, we got Times Square right there, and oh darn it, I know that's from London. I don't. What's
Big
that?
Ben.
Big Ben. That was my roommate Noah. And let's see. Also New York, lots of traffic, and I don't know what that part is, but
that's
yeah.
London. You can see the double-decker buses.
Okay, awesome. All right, so what's it like to mix this thing up? Yeah, that looks like a big mess, but at least it'll be a lot easier to solve the other two sides, so. Okay, so now on to the next one. Now this one looks really interesting because it's like a pattern that kind of repeats itself, but they're still drawings, so here we go. So it looks like, so yeah, the fish really repeat themselves. So, and so like the front of the fish fits with like the other front of the fish and also against the tail. So that looks really interesting. So I wonder what this is like mixing this up. Woo! Okay, yeah, that's gonna take a little while to solve right there. And for the final one. Now this one is a nightmare. Oh man, this maze. Yeah, maybe I'll take some super glue and I'll just keep this one on the shelf so that one can never be mixed up. I'm just gonna set that one off to the side for now. Now for some of the others that I already opened. And now this one is kind of interesting. It's kind of a fun cube to solve. The only thing about it is that it's a bit tough to make out the centerpieces, and because there's just a little nubbin, so it would have been nice if there was more on there to use with. But this one is actually kind of interesting to solve. And then the chest one, this one's cool. It has a really nice glossy feel, but it is very hard to solve because these things get so mixed up and oh my. So I would recommend that if you ever create a pattern for these to at least have some distinction on each side. Maybe even tint the pictures so that they are a certain color before you upload them to the website. And as for these cubes that I got from designyourcube.com, man, this is pretty much annoying to solve, but it was like tricky to get at first because you match up a color, but this is wrong because there's a different color on each side. So you have to go and find another piece. Nope, that one's not it either. And this one could work because then those are different colors. Nope, no, but those are the same color, so that's not right either. And so this one, it's just a lot of trial and error. So, I mean, if you want to get this cube, just do it at your own risk. Nope, I need another blue and red piece. How about this blue and red? Nope, not that one either. Is there a third one? I don't know. This may be the same one. Oh, yeah, okay, so I got one side. You have to make sure that there's different colors on each of them before moving on to the next one. And then my favorite cubes are the globe ones, because these are just really cool. The 3x3 is so hard to solve because, I mean, it's just tough, but it's always so satisfying, and it just looks kind of cool sitting on the desk and something. Now, I had to get the cubic one here because from Design Your Cube, because this is the one that they only had in stock. But this cube really makes good use of the pillowed version because it gives it that roundish kind of feel to kind of let you know that this is intended for a sphere, but, you know, it's still cubic, so it's decent to grip. Now, unlike the Rubik's World, this thing's just annoying to turn. So, yeah, I don't really care much about that one. Now, but the 3x3 is a bit tough to solve, so I would recommend getting the globe on the 2x2 pillowed version, because then it's a lot more easier. Because this one is, I must admit, this one's more fun to solve, but this one looks more cool, like just sitting on the desk and something. All right, now for the final set of cubes. Now, first I was puzzled, pardon the pun, about why they sent me these, because I'm like, why? What's the point about them? But then I realized that they actually printed the stickers on there. So, and they're pretty durable too, so I thought that was a really neat idea. I mean, the cubes have a really nice feel to them, and I can pretty much confidently, throw the cubes at each other, and they don't really leave, any scratches or anything. And one thing that was fascinating is that the 3x3s didn't come with any torpedoes, so that was really neat to see because they weren't the ones to initially come up with that idea. So it was really nice to see these exclusively use the V-cube mechanism. So yeah, these cubes aren't half bad. I'm actually quite pleased with them. At one point or another, I may just come up with a design and design some of my own, because these were all presets that I got. Okay, so now time to compare the printing quality between V-cubes and Design Your Cube. Now, for the most part, they're pretty close, but the V-cube quality is just a little bit better. Like, you can see on here on the cube from Design Your Cube that the shades get a little off from here and there. It's like not a consistent blue. However, on here, apart from just the very edges, the shades
are consistent, especially on the cubic puzzles. But which cubes are cheaper? Well, that's hard to say because the cubes just came out on their websites, so the prices are likely to change. They seemed pretty close. Some of them were a bit more, some of them were a bit less. So I'll leave you guys to sort out that for yourself. But shipping from V-Cubes was a lot cheaper. It's about €6 for like one 2x2, but from Design Your Cube, it was about €22. But V-Cube's shipping was also outrageous when they first came out 5.5 years ago, so I would bet that would come down as well too. But overall, I really love this concept. It is a great idea to print these images on the cubes. Now, I have had the V-Cubes for a bit longer, so they may have had a chance to get broken in before I got the cubes from Design Your Cube. But granted, I would say that the V-Cubes were just a bit better, because in here, this is a really basic 2x2 design, one that you would find in an Yixin or maybe even the Shengshao. And plus, these aren't adjustable. They just have little plastic caps on the inside. While on the V-Cube, these are adjustable, and they do have that smooth, conical, and spherical design inside, so they do turn a bit better. So far I've really liked what V-Cube has come out with, but we're just gonna have to wait a while and see how the prices fluctuate, and maybe even the printing quality. So yeah, these cubes are definitely fun for collecting reasons. I would highly recommend you'd look into getting one. Well, if you guys found this review helpful, I invite you to check out some of the other reviews I've made in this playlist right here, or you can even subscribe to be notified of future videos. Thanks for watching.